Twin flames, one soul, two different bodies. The main purpose of meeting twin flame is soul awakening, aligning with one soul and spiritual ascension. It is not about the other person. And this reading is to see what is most important for you, Taurus, to focus on your soul journey as an individual who also happens to be a twin flame. It may or may not bring your twin flame back into your life, because chances are, if you are watching this reading, trust me, I know from personal experience, then you probably are in a separation, and that's when, again, I know from my own personal experience, and I've heard from many people's experience, that's when a twin flame who is more spiritually awake is starting to look for answers and dig deeper into what happened and how to go forward, and obsessive phase happens. And so my point is, you are most likely what's called divine feminine, and you are most likely in separation. And like I said, this is about this journey of meeting twin flame and having even twin flame is about soul awakening for both, but also soul awakening and journey as individuals. And yeah, so that's what this reading is about for you in this video and on this channel for future. So if you are interested in this, subscribe to my channel. My name is ReGina. Welcome to this video. Welcome to my channel. Twin flame readings of this kind and other type of readings are gonna be on this channel, and everything about readings and this twin flame journey and spiritual awakening journey. That's what this channel is about. And now, without further ado, let's get to the reading or messages, so to say. I'm gonna pull 3 cards. This is the very beginning. This is the very first video on this channel, shuffling here. So I'm still figuring it out, how exactly to do this, how exactly to film cards or myself, or yeah, so just stick around and stay tuned. And let's see. Oh, also, I'm Taurus, so this is going to be reading and messages for myself as well. Also, as I'm shuffling here, just wanted to say I am the person who uses cards that fly out in the reading. I know some people do it, some people don't. I do use them. I have 2 cards, and here is the 3rd one. All right, so the main messages are: be yourself, get some exercise, and admit your true feelings to yourself. Now, let's see. Be yourself and admit your true feelings to yourself. These seem to be connected messages. They usually come out when it's important for us, for us, including me, to focus. Like, it's important for you to focus on yourself, which kind of funny that these cards came out now in this reading when I just gave this big intro how this twin flame journey is about meeting your twin flame that you share soul with, but at the same time being on this soul journey as an individual. And 2 cards talk about that, like focus on that. admit your true feelings to yourself and be yourself. It's really about kind of reevaluating where you are at in life, what is happening in your life right now, what are the main situations in your life, like the top situations in your life that you are focused on the most. What are the top areas in your life that you're focused on? Maybe there are no challenges in your life. Maybe you are in a phase where there are no challenges. Maybe you are in a phase of life where there are challenges in your life. How true and honest you are with yourself. So here's the thing from my own experience that I feel like to bring up, that sometimes we can get so caught up with what's happening, especially if you are an empath and highly sensitive. Those are people who pick up, kind of soak up other people's and environment's energies often without even realizing that they do that. And especially in those cases, but also otherwise, sometimes we can get so caught up with what's happening that even when we think that we are not, even when we think that we are acting from that place of what's true to us and how we would act, that might not necessarily be true. And like I said, I speak from my own experience. There have been situations where I thought that I was acting from a place of, yeah, this is what I want, this is what I believe. And then after it didn't really work, the situation didn't really work out the way I thought it would or hoped it would. And I was reevaluating it, and I was like realizing that, wow, I actually did not act based on what felt true to myself. I thought I did, but now that I look back, I somehow had allowed, and without even realizing, there are things that happen like subconsciously where, without realizing, I had allowed other people's thoughts or expectations somehow become mine. I am highly sensitive, and I'm also a super empath, meaning I am empaths, like high level empaths, I would say, like just super extra, extremely sensitive to just sensitive to everything. And so that was for me a big aha moment. And so I feel like mentioning it so that, sometimes, like I said, sometimes when you think, like really when you reevaluate your situation, or situations in your life, the ones that are like top situations where your main focus goes to, where, like, how true to yourself and aligned with who you are at the core of your being you are in this situation, how true to yourself you act in this situation, and actions you take, words you speak, thoughts you think, and sometimes we may not express our true feelings or thoughts outwards. There's usually a reason why we don't do that. If you do that, make sure you know for yourself why you do it. Don't just automatically do something that's not in alignment with who you are. Sometimes we try to avoid some confrontation or hurting other people, but trust me, people at the core of their being, as much as they may not like what we have to say when we speak our truth, they appreciate it much more when we speak our truth. And when we say truth about how we feel about the situation, it's more valuable than thinking, oh no, I can't really say it or do it because it may hurt this person's feelings. It's kind of like with kids, often adults do that. They think that kids won't understand and they just say, oh yeah, it's like, you know, you're too young to understand this. And adults try to protect kids, but kids understand more than adults often think they understand, and they know when something is off, and that often creates more damage than speaking truth. And it applies to adult relationships as well and situations. So that's what these two cards, or messages from these two cards, are about. And then the third message is get some exercise. That's pretty self-explanatory. Yes, exercise, but for exercise there can be different reasons. Like exercise, I mean, I think we all more or less know that exercising is good, like physical activity is good for our body, but not just for our body, for body, mind, soul. It can clear our mind. It can help us to feel better. And I don't even know all the physical factors that happen, like scientifically, like what happens in the body, like, you know, it creates those happy hormones or happy vibes, happy hormones, right? Like it creates physical activities, but also helps us to kind of clear our mind when we are exercising. And here the important thing is to find out and figure out, if you don't know yet, what is the right exercise for you. This one friend of mine comes to my mind. She is like crazy awesome at walking. Like she just loves walking. It's like if day goes by and she doesn't get to walk, she just doesn't feel like herself, is what she says. And my point is, like, she has found that, like, that's her thing. Like she just loves doing it. And when we find that thing that is like our thing that we resonate with the most, then that's kind of how it feels. If a day goes by and we don't do it, something just does not feel right. So if you do not like exercising, then think maybe you just haven't really found the right exercise for you. And also remember that going through different phases of life, it can be different exercise that resonate with us more. For example, like my own experience has been that there were a few years when I was very much into yoga. Like that was all I needed, and I felt so great. And then I would take several yoga classes a day. And then there was a phase when I was lifting weights, and that was my thing. Weights and cardio, and that was my thing. But it also just, like, you know, that one type of exercise does not mean it's gonna be forever. Like it can just be for that time, that phase of life. It all depends what we go through in life, and at different times we resonate with different exercise. So if you do not like exercise, maybe just try out different kinds and see which one you like the most, because that does help, not only physically but also mentally and spiritually and emotionally help. So yeah, these are messages for you, Taurus, on your soul journey today. This is a timeless message. If you find this video on a day or around the day when this was created, this video, great. But if you find it sometime later, there is most likely a message for you, because it's timeless, this message. And like I said, this is a message for you, Taurus, on your soul journey. What's the most important for you to focus on, be aware of, work on at this time as an individual, and also being on a twin flame journey. Thank you for watching. If If you enjoyed, click like, subscribe to my channel for more videos, and we'll see you hopefully in the next video.